Next one's from Kong Shower, and the subject is AEW is finally getting bad press. Interesting. Now, this is an interesting story here. What's up, K100? I know that you guys have said many, many times about how the dirt sheets have been defending AEW to make it seem like it's a whole hillside of heavenly roses working there. Well, speaking of which, the bloom is off the rose now. Stories come from Wade Keller talk about how in real life there's a lot of backstage issues going on in the company, which I have to say as a viewer is completely understandable. The product is bad. The wrestlers always end up looking dumb. Plus, even Meltzer has said that they can't sell out the 1,600 tickets for Dynamite tapings anymore. Is that true?
Yeah, they put 2,500 tickets on sale and they sold 1,600. I think this was last week, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
So anyway, K100 team, I was wondering what your comments are on this article and Keller's quotes in it. I'm going to pull the article up here. Maybe this. I haven't heard anything of this.
Yeah, I mentioned this on the AEW roundtable a couple weeks ago, and I think one of you called me stupid.
What was it? Let me hear it. What's the story here?
Cody's not getting along with the rest of the elite. Remember?
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That those guys don't get along.
Let me read the quotes here. Yeah. We got more in depth than Joe Feeney.
Yeah. That's
than the guy from the Creative Control.
Probably a better source.
Several intriguing backstage reports have emerged from AEW over the past couple weeks, and they hinted some heat between top executives in Tony Khan's company. Keller and Powell provided more insight into the rumors during the Torch's flagship show. Keller and Powell confirmed that there were apparently ongoing issues between executive vice presidents in AEW. There is reportedly notable dysfunction behind the scenes in AEW, and important people in the promotion are reportedly not even on talking terms. Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks are currently the EVPs at AEW, and the disagreements at the top level can no longer escape plain sight. As we had reported earlier, all doesn't seem well between Cody Rhodes and the Elite, but further details have not been revealed regarding the situation. Keller noted that the reality of the situation might only be known when one of the EVPs releases a tell-all book. There's going to be a book written someday by some of these EVPs as someone else closely observing, and we're going to learn about a lot of dysfunction, said Keller. We're going to learn what a very short honeymoon period there was between certain key people in the company who aren't even talking to each other anymore. I think we're going to find that out. I know there are people in other wrestling companies saying Bucks and Cody and Kenny. It's not going to be long at all before they want to have nothing to do with each other. The honeymoon period is going to be short. It seems like it is. It seems like there's some disengagement and people going off on their own that is showing up in certain ways. Jason Powell added that one big free agent is hesitant to join AEW because the talent has heard about the purported backstage dissension within the company.
While Jason Powell, friend of the show.
We should have him on.
Powell did not reveal the wrestler's name.
Let's have him on to talk about this.
Was labeled a would-be difference maker for AEW. That is not happening. They need to clear that misconception. I do think it's happening. There's a would-be difference maker who would go there that has that opinion that there's all this infighting, and this person for that reason is hesitant to go there. See, bro, just name what the F are these guys doing here?
That's either Punk. That's either Punk or Bryan. That's the only two difference makers. So I would think.
I don't know. I mean, I just
Let me tell you this real quick because we were talking about the attendance, and it's a little bit different than we thought. Konnan was right about last week. Blood and Guts was set up for 2,500, and they ended up with 1,600. Now last week's Dynamite, which was just a regular show, was set up for 1,500, and there was 850 people in attendance with only 650 sold. 650. And they were hoping for 1,500. People are getting. What do you think's going on? People are getting burnt out there. It's at the same day.
Well, I'm not hearing a lot of these stories because it sounds like the dirt sheet guys don't want to report a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. They've been around. They've been around for a year and a half, and we know what they are.
Yeah.
They've had the exact same show every week. They start off with the third. I don't think they've ever started off with an in-ring. They start off with the same with a 12-minute match with high flyer, so that, and bro, and it's like I mean the fans,
and they ended with
they have their fans
somebody off,
right? They have their fans, and it's and it's just like they're not doing anything to show me like, okay, well, what or should more people be watching this? Like, no, it is what it is. It's like they are what they are at this point.
Right. At the end of the day, it's a company that has 3 TV shows. They got one on TNT. They're making money off of it, and they got their fan base. Can they expand on that? We'll see. Right now, they're averaging, 900,000, 800,000?
Well, and here's the one thing they do. They like to brag when they do well.
Right.
They do not like criticism.
Right.
And my question is, bro, if you're going to brag about the numbers, it's like, okay, you got to own up to why the numbers go down in weeks. So that's what we talk about. We try to analyze your show and the things that like. If you're going to talk about ratings, and you're actively going to do things that inhibit getting ratings that we point out, it's like, all right, don't get mad. So, but people can talk about this. I mean, it's obviously open for discussion since they're tweeting when they do good numbers and it's like, I mean, so if you guys want to make that the story, then we'll talk about that, so.
Well, you got a lot of people that are doing certain jobs for the first time and they're still emotionally attached to them. They haven't learned that, everything that you put up is going to be critiqued, and not everybody's going to see your vision or even understand it, and you got to be able to accept the criticism. And when they're writing a show and people are bearing it, they take it very personal because they wrote it. It was their idea. You know what I'm saying? And they also got to understand that not everything you're going to write everybody's going to like, and just accept it and change it.
The what's going to tell the tale on that, I think, is in 2 weeks they have Double or Nothing. But the way on pay-per-view, but the way they're planning it is Friday Night Dynamite is live because I guess they have to change the schedule anyway. So you're gonna have Friday Night Dynamite, Saturday, which is in Jacksonville. Saturday in Jacksonville is gonna be like a fan fest, live stage shows, some matches, and then Sunday's the pay-per-view. So it's kind of like a mini Starcast weekend almost. They're having all a show and then this or a mini WrestleMania. So we'll find out how many people are interested enough to fly to Jacksonville or whatever to go see their first live show back and a live convention type thing. I mean, maybe they'll do a little bit better for that, and if they don't, that's a bad sign.
And because they've had very very loyal and very, what would be the word? Their fan base has supported them. So I wonder if they're not selling out because maybe some people still are afraid of the pandemic or something. I doubt it because you're still seeing boxing matches and UFC, being sold out. So, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Is the bloom off the flower? Is it the pandemic? Who knows? But we'll find out in the next 6 months when everything starts opening up.